Hey guys, Chris here. Hope all is well. Just wanted to, like the GBGB channel, always talking about things that are going to be really beneficial for you guys. A lot of the things I talk about, I follow myself, so just want to give you guys some of the best advice. So today, something that's been on my mind, I really wanted to talk about something that I'm going through because I'm thinking about relocating and moving, and it's about just kind of like taking that big leap of faith into the next big thing that you want to do. A lot of times I realize that people, and I'm even kind of at fault for it too, a lot of times people just are waiting for something big to happen. They're waiting for that knock on the door. They're waiting for someone to call and be like, hey, get your stuff, grab your stuff, it's time to go, let's do this. And realistically, that's never going to happen. There's never going to be the right time. There's never going to be the perfect time. And a lot of times people are kind of sitting back and just waiting for that to happen. Like, oh, I'm gonna wait until so-and-so gets a hold of me, or this or that, or wait for a date on a calendar. Like, nothing is going to happen unless you take over and you do that yourself. Like, people aren't going to create opportunities for you. You have to create those own opportunities yourself. But a lot of times people don't conjure it up. They don't realize that. They don't become self-aware that those opportunities are going to be made by them making them themselves, and by going after each and every day, put it in work on this or that. A lot of times people don't do that. Unfortunately, the days, the weeks go by, and months and years, and then they're still nowhere different. A lot of the times, you got to implement a plan. You got to go and attack that each and every day, little by little, week by week, month by month, year by year, and you'll have so much more of you'll realize how much farther you got. I've said it so many times in my videos, but you have to take that leap of faith. You have to take that chance. You have to take that risk, and the bigger the risk, really the bigger the reward. But you're never gonna know until you do it. It's always going to be a no until you ask. You have to take that big leap of faith. You got to take that chance. I want to give an analogy. I think this would be great for a lot of people to kind of consider. So we're here in Lansing, Michigan. I'm a big Spartan fan. So there was a game I actually watched. It was years ago. Michigan State played Wisconsin, and it was like the last play of the game. Michigan State was down, and the only way to win was for them to throw this Hail Mary across the field. And just the game and what ended up happening was crazy. But I want to use the game of football as an analogy itself. So a lot of times in a football game, especially in the first half, the first quarter, people, the teams, the players, they just play the game safe. They're not playing as hard as they could. Some are, but a lot of times people are just kind of chilling, like, oh, we got plenty of time. It'll, something big will happen. Someone's gonna make the play, and we'll win somehow. But if everyone's got that mindset and everyone's just kind of waiting for something to happen, no one's making that big play. And if no one's making that big play, then no team's getting anywhere. And that's what you realize in a lot of sports, in the games. Like, everyone's just kind of lollygagging and not really doing much. But as the game goes on, as it gets closer towards the fourth quarter, towards the end of that game, you start to realize, like, the pressure's mounting, things are picking up, and that's when the interesting stuff happens. So getting back to the football game, that Michigan State-Wisconsin game, Michigan State actually ended up winning because they threw that pass. They threw that Hail Mary. They took that leap of faith. You didn't know what the outcome was, but you knew that your back was against the wall and you had no other choice. You had no other option. And a lot of times in life, you have to take those chances. You have to take those risks. And you have no other option. That's the only way to achieve great things, is sometimes just taking the craziest of chances and just hoping that it works out in the end. And that's what happened in that game. But a lot of times people live life like those football games, like like games in general, where they let the days, the weeks, the months, and the years go by, just kind of lollygagging, like, oh, it's no big deal. But it's only when you're older and you're just like, man, I didn't do anything, you know. I didn't take that chance. I didn't take that leap of faith. So don't be like those guys in the sports games waiting for the big play or the things that happen. You need to take over the game. You are in the driver's seat. Take over your life. Be an active agent of your life. You get to decide where life's gonna take you. When good things happen, it's awesome, but when bad things happen, that's really when you gotta pay attention. How are you gonna let that affect you? You gonna let it tear you down and destroy you, or are you gonna use that negativity and turn it into positivity to find a way to motivate you to go after what you want? So that's all I got for you guys. I hope everything is well with you guys. There's definitely more content coming soon. So subscribe to the channel, like it, turn on post notifications, and you guys will hear from me soon.